All right, we do welcome Governor Jennifer Granholm of the state of Michigan, who joins us now. We're a little late, Governor, as you know. We got caught up with Jared Bernstein at the White House. And
let me just put in a plug. I can tell you, as the state that's been most affected by this economy, because we have an over 10% unemployment rate, I have to say, this is urgent. Every single day, it's getting worse. I feel like I want to scream from the hilltops. Don't just stand there. Do something. This is an urgent moment, and I can't tell you how much I agree with Jared. Sorry, Larry.
No, that's okay. He's gone, but Julia Borston has joined us as well here.
Governor Granholm, listening in on what Jared Bernstein had to say, are you concerned that this disagreement in the Beltway is going to slow down the kind of help that Michigan gets?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I'm not kidding you. Every single day, this slide is getting deeper, and it's going to be harder to pull out. If we don't even slow it, I mean, this isn't going to do everything, obviously, this package, but at least it will help to slow the slide, inject some confidence, put people back to work. But every day they delay, I mean, this sort of academic discussion about what it should be, they have both tax cuts and spending. Let's get it out the door so we can start this economy moving.
Have you quantified how much the state of Michigan needs right now, and what would you do with money from the government right now?
Here's what I can tell you. I can tell you that we have done an inventory of our shovel-ready projects. In Michigan alone, communities all across the state have submitted their requests of projects that are ready to go in 180 days. We have, in Michigan alone, $40 billion worth of projects that could put people to work right now. And our, the infrastructure dollars in it are very small. But frankly, at this point, I'm just saying, get something signed. Get it out the door.
And one of those infrastructure plays, I guess,
is Governor Granholm, you announced some new plans, some new stimulus plans involving the movie industry.
Yeah, we're trying to diversify Michigan's economy. We love our auto industry, and we support it 1,000%. But we've got to diversify both inside the auto industry and outside it. And this is why we have targeted sectors that we believe we've got a natural niche in. Obviously, we've got a great history in Michigan and in Detroit with Motown, et cetera. We've got a lot of people who are hungry. We've got a lot of young people who are creative. So we've put in place the most aggressive movie incentives in the country, not just to get films here, which we have. We put them in place in April. We've had 70 films approved for projects coming already, over 200 applied. But this week, I also announced that we got 3 movie studios. So now we got the infrastructure coming to be able to create a permanent industry here.
How many jobs are we talking about?
That's one thing we're doing.
How many jobs are we talking about?
Well, for that, just in the 3 movie studios alone, it's 6,000 jobs. But believe me, we're doing a lot more diversifying in this area of alternative and renewable energy, which we think is a huge opportunity for us. We want the battery technology for the electric vehicle, because that's a natural strength of ours. Life sciences, Homeland Security and Defense, you name it, we're putting all of our eggs in the basket of diversifying this economy.
So, Governor Granholm, obviously the auto industry is letting your state down. What does the Michigan economy look like in 20 years?
Well, I mean, it's going to be a different economy. There's no doubt. I mean, it's not that the auto industry is letting us down. Obviously, the economy and the lack of consumer confidence preventing people from buying vehicles is a big part of that equation. But we know we want to be the home of the auto industry, and we're going to continue to be the home of a green auto industry. But we also want to have more legs on our economic stool. We've had for 100 years, we've had 12 times the automotive employment of any other state in the country. That's not a good economic portfolio. When one industry is hurting, you better believe the whole state is hurting. So that's why we need to add sectors. So we're going to be more diverse, and we've got a goal of doubling the number of college graduates in our state and putting a whole slew of people who've had the rug pulled out from under them by this economy, factory workers, give them the chance to go back to college for free. It's called No Worker Left Behind, and get retrained in an area that we are growing businesses in, like in healthcare.
Yeah. Before you go, this sense of urgency we hear in your voice. I mean, we've heard this before, before this downturn happened. Michigan's been in dire straits for a while because of the automotive industry, and among other things. But, Larry's point was, why rush this bill if you're going to make a bad bill? Give it a couple months to figure things out. I'm just presenting the premise, but I want to hear your side of this issue. Is a bad bill rushed to the president's desk better, per se, to use those terms, than a better thought-out bill that can wait another couple of months here?
All I can tell you is that if they don't get a bill on the president's desk that allows us to put people to work, you're not going to have a choice of a better bill down the road. It is going to be so much worse. Every single day, governors like me are receiving notices of mass layoffs. I just got another one an hour ago. Mass layoffs by industries who cannot compete, cannot cope in this economy. Let us get this thing on the road. You can amend it later if you want to, but get it to the president. Allow this money to start flowing in the economy. People are hurting. Please move.
Governor Granholm, we always enjoy the conversation. We look for the time when we can have a better, more hopeful conversation with you as well.
Thank you.
Governor Jennifer Granholm joining us today.
If only all the former Michigan legislators had done enough to make Michigan competitive, because it's not necessarily the auto industry that's killing them. It's the fact that the auto industry went everywhere else in the country instead of there, because there were so many laws and high taxes and everything else.
She's dealing with picking up the pieces, that's for sure.
Yeah, she is.
Dealing with all that there. Julia, thank you.
Nice to have you here, Julia.
Nice job.